Jona. A lot of you, and I do mean a lot of you, were asking for another Hamilton video because I haven't done one in so long. Please forgive me. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now, doing a Hamilton video. Since you guys wanted another Hamilton video, I decided to tweet and ask you guys what you wanted to see. And somebody suggested that I cast Disney characters in Hamilton roles. And if you know me, you know that I love Disney and I love Hamilton and I love mashing things together. I'm a masher. Disney, Hamilton, boom! Now some of these are going to be gender bent because sometimes that just fits better. For the record, I did try to stick to POC characters because Hamilton is a POC show, but not all of these are POC. First up, we have the leader of the Schuyler Sisters pack, Angelica. For Angelica, I chose Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I found a lot of similarities between these two. This was probably the easiest one for me. Both Esmeralda and Angelica can keep up with the men, more than keep up with the men. They both fight for justice, they're both very outspoken, and they're very, very quick on their feet. Don't mess with the girls. Next, we have to talk about the man himself, Alexander Hamilton, Ham. For Alexander Hamilton, I chose Tiana from Princess and the Frog. To me, this is perfect. Tiana is obviously a very, very hard worker, like extremely hard worker. She has her eyes firmly set on a goal and she will not stop until she gets to that goal. Another thing that might not be as obvious is that Tiana doesn't really take time off for herself or to be with her family. She is so busy working towards her dream that she just forgets to take a break, and Alexander Hamilton forgets to take a break. Which brings us to Mariah. For Mariah, I chose Mirage from The Incredibles, which is kind of an underappreciated character in my opinion. Mirage, whether it's intentional or not, is very seductive. She starts off as sort of seeming like a villain. She works for Syndrome, and it's like she's seducing Mr. Incredible. She grows attached to Mr. Incredible and then realizes what she was doing was wrong. I feel like that sort of parallels Mariah's story. Like, she sort of comes on as sort of a villain character, but then you kind of feel bad for her and you feel for her. I don't know, I just thought that fit. Philip Hamilton. For Philip, I chose Hero from Big Hero 6. Hero is tough at a very young age, but I think the biggest similarity between Hero and Philip is their family-orientedness. Hero fights on behalf of his brother, and Philip fights on behalf of his father. They're both young and they both love their family, and I just think that they are such a good match. Now we have George Washington. For George Washington, I chose Chief Powhatan from Pocahontas. He's a very wise leader and he passes his wisdom on to his child, and I know that Alexander Hamilton is not George Washington's child. Alexander made that very clear, but he sort of is like his child. You guys know what I mean? And Chief Powhatan tries to be fair. He tries to lead with a gentle hand, but he doesn't always make the right decisions. Now we have the revolutionaries, who I struggled with a lot. For Lawrence, I chose Pocahontas. She fights for peace and for everyone to just get along, and I feel like that's Lauren's thing. I don't know, for these three revolutionaries, I feel like there are better options, but I had a hard time. For Mulligan, I chose Lando from Star Wars, but Lando is a spy on the inside, and I feel like that's what Hercules Mulligan is. No, I don't feel like that. He is. And Lando's really like cool and like chill, and then he spies and he's just really cool, and I feel like Mulligan's just really cool. For Lafayette, I chose Mulan. She's good in battle and she gets the job done. Lafayette. For Jefferson, I chose Gaston. Gaston sort of speaks without thinking. Of course, if he did think before speaking, he would just say, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best all the time. Gaston's very concerned with like vanity and with wealth and just with like being number one, and I think Jefferson is like that from what I gather. You might not agree with that, but from what I gather, they're similar. Madison. Madison is another one I had trouble with. For Madison, I chose Jiminy Cricket. I don't know if this is right or not. Part of me thinks it's right, part of me is like, this makes no sense. I just picked it because I feel like Madison is Jefferson's conscience. He sort of like reins him back in and is like, whoa, let's think about this. And I think he's smart. Jiminy Cricket is smart too, so I feel like it works, but it's not perfect. Who would you guys say for Madison? Leave it in the comments below. King George. For King George, I chose Kuzco. I was actually between Kuzco and Yzma, but I think Kuzco is my final answer. He's a ruler. That's an obvious similarity. Kuzco is very self-centered, at least at the beginning of the movie, and he's kind of oblivious to his people's needs and his people's wants. And I feel like King George is sort of oblivious to like the fact that people just want to be free and they want to be on their own over there, and I don't know, it fits in my mind. Peggy! Can't forget about Peggy. For Peggy, I chose C-3PO from Star Wars. C-3PO is very like, let's play by the rules, and in the Schuyler Sisters, Peggy is like, Daddy said not to downtown. I don't know what that rendition was. So she's all like, Dad says not to go downtown, Dad says to be home by sundown, and I feel like that is C-3PO's MO. Eliza. So for Eliza, I picked Elastigirl from The Incredibles. She cares so much about her family, and another thing that really ties these two together for me is Elastigirl really wants Mr. Incredible to like stop and look at what he has instead of like thinking forward or thinking in the past. She wants him to be present. And Eliza wants Hamilton to be present. She wants him to look around now, look beyond life right now. They're both just really nice women that just want their husbands to like be present. And they're both heroes. And last but not least, we have Aaron Burr. For Aaron Burr, I chose Randall Boggs from Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University. Randall's thing is that he can just blend in like a chameleon with whatever like he needs to blend in with. And that's very similar to Burr, because Burr just doesn't want to take a stand on things. He just wants to be in the right. Randall does whatever he has to do to get to the top. I think Burr is more like Randall in Monsters University than he is in Monsters, Inc. Randall's a lot more evil in Monsters, Inc. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have an idea for Madison, please leave it below, because what? Like, what? I have no idea who Madison is in the Disney universe. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye! Bye, 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 bye. Look around, bye, 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 bye. I was trying to say bye, 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 bye. I was trying to sing bye with look around, so it'd be like bye, 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 bye. I should end this.